blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family, just thank you so much for the love and support that I've been getting from you. Is truly a blessing. I'm really needing it at this time. With all the shifts and the upgrades, is really like draining the heck out of me. So I do really appreciate it. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Also, if you're comfortable enough, please drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback of the content of my video, or you're just up telling me about your empathic gift, how it impacted your life, and heading you towards a positive direction. If you feel like the videos are very uplifting to you, informative, give you good vibes or inspiration, you would love to share with a loved one, family, or a friend, or even a fellow empath that are going through trying times at the moment and need spiritual, guidance or a confirmation of validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share it. And while you're at it, give me a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites, wherever you see fit. Thank you once again for the love and support. It's greatly appreciated. And I hope that you're able to resonate with the content of my video. Oh, excuse me. And the music that I'm listening to in the background is called Leave Your Fears, Negativity, Doubt, and Doubts Behind You. I'm sure enough need to do that. And I will be posting that link in the description box below. And the video I'm doing today is called Twin Flame 101. Heyoka's Heaviness and Dark Vibes has gotten your attention. It's not what you think. Yeah, it's like a lot of us are going through those shifts, like I have told you before. We're giving a birth to our powerful warrior selves. So it's like whatever has been lingering, whether it's doubts, it's fears, anxiety, anger, unhealed wounds, is basically like a vacuum over you. And it might give off that energy like something is really lurking, but it isn't. I've been on the empowering empath group page, and as well as other people are connecting with me and saying, hey Roz, I've been feeling something, or all these different things, because you have to understand your gifts are opening up new doors for you, is adding to another level. It's like the more you're embracing the parts of you that are misunderstood and it's like different switches are being switched on. From what I'm hearing them say, it's like different switches are being switched on. Everything is going through a crazy transition, so it will leave that type of heaviness around you that will make you feel like there's something you got to constantly keep looking over your shoulder for. It makes it feels like something about to come pounce on you, but that's not what it is. It is like trying to get rid of anything that is not serving you of that highest purpose. And it's just like the way it will feel like that is because it's like your gifts are getting a lot stronger than usual. It is when you're embracing or you're going through different levels, as where is you're taking that leap of faith. You're allowing your fears to not hinder you on where you're trying to go. You're allowing yourself to put faith in things you really can't see. You've been getting signs every day that things are changing for the good for you. So a lot of times we got to deal with heavy unfinished business that we're trying to tie up loose ends for. So it might feel like, oh my God, it's too hard to bear. Rosalind, as soon as I get rid of one, another one comes. As soon as I heal from something else, another one comes. And it's like, making you emotional, making you irritable, making you want to seek solitude a lot is very draining. It's like yesterday, it was like I was on a transmuting so many different downloads while I'm doing videos, making me talk about hieroglyphs, different things that's coming on. Now they want me to start talking about darklings and as well as you go into like the spiritual realm of the further, things like that, because it's just a lot of us are dealing with that dark side, that, that really evil dark side, because it's having you, help yourself as well. It could be any kind of addiction that you had. It doesn't have to really deal with drugs, but anything in a negative sense that you used to do that you are no longer doing, or it's like trying to, convince you to come back. All these different things are going on in your life that, it feels scary and damn near feel heavy as hell. And it was just like yesterday. I mean, I'm usually doing videos the next morning, but number one, I had my granddaughter and she's going through different changes too. And so her vibration is like, clicking with mine, and it got her all up and it got me all up, and then next, it comes down. It was like yesterday when her mom and them left around 10:30 last night. I mean, my body was hurting so bad. It was like my back was like in severe pain where I'm like, ugh, ugh, ugh. I had to go see it. I felt like I needed to go see the wizard yesterday because my body was, going through all these aches and pains to where I really, it's like everything is draining me, because it's like the more that opened myself up, it's like when I allow myself to be that human antenna, and it's like allowing me to speak on things that, that other people need to understand about going on in your life. Because there's a lot of times that y'all come to me, and I get it so many times like, Roslynn, I really want to tell you, but I don't understand. I don't know how I'm going to be able to articulate, be vocal about the things that's going on in your life. Because a lot of times when you're trying to think about it, it doesn't make sense to you, but you'll be surprised what I can understand. That's a blessing in disguise on many levels, because there's, I want to help so many people. I know what it feels like for people to, misunderstand you, or you're going through things and you're feeling things very intense, very intense emotions that other people can't comprehend. I get that. So I try to help people as much as I can, because I know what that feels like. If you that unbearable pain that you carry around, that you want to be able to help other people that carry around that same energy you have carried, or you're healing from, allows you to be able to help others that are following behind that way. So it's truly a blessing to me on all different levels. So it's just like when you're going through these major transformations, like I told you, we're all scared, but it's just like that when they send me the message, that's what the message is, because there's so many different things that's going on in our lives, to where you have to understand we're living at that human experience. So a lot of things that are changing, it feels scary because you don't know what's around that corner. The universe has been sending you messages saying, have faith. I know you're tired of dealing with things, but just keep holding on. These are the things that are going to strengthen you. And it's just like with me, I'm going through different changes as well. And it's just like when I open myself up as well, you have to understand I'm still healing from a lot of different things as well on my own too. So there's a lot of times where I need to seek that solitude, and it's just like, because I know there's sometimes people, hit me up on Facebook Messenger, and I don't want to be sounding like I'm offish or whatever, but it's just like when I'm dealing with those type of vibes, I try to protect myself and block myself as much as possible, because I don't want people feeling that type of energy. I'm taking those changes in. And there's a lot of times now, since I'm becoming more stronger with the gifts that I carry, it's making me have to take a lot more breaks than I usually do, because it's just like when I'm opening myself up and being that spiritual antenna, a lot of people just don't understand. It takes a lot of energy for you to do that, because it's like it's flowing through me, and I'm projecting towards people. So it's a lot more energy that is transitioning towards other people. And so many people are like, Rosalind, I feel you. Rosalind, I feel your essence and stuff like that, because I'm pushing that out. We're all going through things where we want to be heard, we want to be understood. We want that change in our life. We're tired of feeling certain ways. You're tired of dealing with certain things, but these things are strengthening us. These things are going to impact you in ways that you weren't prepared for. So a lot of times you have to keep doing that, because I can be okay one minute, and then the next thing I'm very emotional the next, and I hate being that way. But there's a lot of things that I'm dealing with that I don't really project towards other people, because those are the things that I'm trying to deal with, and not coping, but coming to terms with. So there's a lot of things that I tell you just because I want you to understand we go through the harshest situations that people don't know about. We cry behind doors and, fighting battles that others don't know nothing about. And there's a lot of times I'm vocal about the things that I go through, but if there's something that, does need to be spoke upon, then I'm just trying to come to terms with it's like that sometimes with me, because a lot of times the universe is like, okay, I want you to talk about this. I'm just like, wait a minute, I don't really want to do that. That's just negative. No, this is something they need to hear, allow them to know, you're just like them. We sent you on this quest for you to acknowledge yourself, for you to embrace your gifts, allowing yourself to have faith in something, because it was so hard for me to be able to have faith in different things. When it allows people, people are like, Rosalind, why don't you trust? I said, when you deal with people that you thought were your family, you trust them, and then this happens, then you see why you're so withdrawn from trusting people at times. Or it's just that, many people have, used the things that I've gone through against me. So I'm just like, there's a lot of things that I choose not to address, or, want to be vocal about, because it's been used against me so many times. But then I had to allow myself to take those walls down, because we learn every day. Like I said, I want to be better than I was yesterday. I want to be able to help people in ways that I truly can. But there's a lot of times I have to tell people, I'm helping you, but you have to be able to want to help yourself as well. You can't expect yourself to come towards people and think they're going to fix you. That's not what we're here for. A lot of times you're looking for that teacher, but you end up being the teacher within yourself, because I allow myself to be vocal about different things. I'm bringing things to your attention, or you might be going through things and it might really feel like, oh my God, is something going wrong with me? No, it's actually more that's right, because it's allowing you to bring everything towards that surface that is truly not needed anymore. It brought you to where you needed to be. It opened you to knowledge. You had to go through suffering for you to go through that awakening. I just put that, that post up today. And I've used that, that picture, because it was just like, that's us. We've had those feathers in our back, and it was painful. It bled, because we went through so many traumatizing situations, that it was hard for you to really understand why certain things had to happen that way. And it can be annoying, it can be very hurtful. you know um it's just like people say, oh, I understand. They can understand to a certain extent if if they've dealt with that, but nobody understands with the pain that you're dealing with but you. We can feel it at times. It brings off a heaviness. If it's like one of those people that are very manic depressive, it makes you just want to just leap out of a window and just like, oh, I don't want to feel that. But you try to help people as much as you can, especially, it just seems like with me, I've never really cared for certain holidays, especially towards the end of the year. But I don't know why it seemed like this year is a lot harder to deal with those things than it has before. But I think it has something to do with the 2020 situation, because we've been dealing with different outcomes and different circumstances for so long. This is that time where, it's about to start up a whole, is some kind of millennial thing that we're going through. So a lot of things seems to be heavy, but you have to understand these, even though it might seem scary, like something is really, tapping to you, that is dark, or is like really heavy, intense. These are the things, these are vibrations and frequencies that are needed to be welcome in, because it is helping you to go through that transition that you're going to be giving birth towards yourself. A lot of times you can even look at yourself in the mirror, and you, even though you might look somewhat the same, you can feel, you have changed a lot, because there's a lot of things that you allowed yourself to say, trust the process, even though it's hard to do that. They're wanting you to say, trust that process, because even though it might be heavy at times, even though it might be something that's hard to bear, where it makes you cry like somebody has died, and basically it's your old self that's dying. You're not no longer that person. And I know a lot of people didn't really, I've seen a lot of people that watch that video, but I know that can scare people, like, she might not know what she's talking about. But you have to look at your life, see how things that has been transitioning into your life in a major way. Some people have, spoke out about it and left comments, but I know people are like, she don't know what she's talking about. Or, this is scary, I don't even want to think about that. But it isn't scary, because this is a birth of a new you. Why would you not want to be new? Why would you want to be hanging on to negative situations, traumatic memories? experiences. Allow yourself to grow from those things. I have to tell myself that all the time. Allow yourself to grow from these. It wasn't meant for you to, hold those things like a fanny pack. No, it wanted you to, those times is supposed to be like, okay, let me go ahead and abuse this person. Let me go ahead and neglect them. Let me go ahead and violate them in some kind of special way that gives them that smack of reality. And, once you are able to go through those things and survive and overcome, there's things going to come your way that is not going to even be able to bust your bubble because you don't had the worst happen to you already. That's the reason why we're warriors. It's just because the fact is you're Heyoka. Hell, you go through things like 10 times worse than a regular person will. That's why some people, we intimidate them. They feel like we're arrogant. We can be conceited. My dad gives off that type of vibe. And I'm just like, if you don't quit with your arrogant self. But he was just like, but you know what? I get it. I understand. A lot of people can't handle our truth, and that's fine. Not everybody is ready for the messages that we push out. A lot of people aren't ready for the messages I push out. That's fine, but I will plant that seed. I'll let it grow with you. you know Maybe it's something that you don't want to acknowledge. That's fine too, but I mean, the more you ignore it and the more you keep passing it on to the side saying I'll handle it later, the more it keeps coming back at you and bringing more heaviness into that vibe because you kept on ignoring it. Every time it you keep saying, oh, I'll deal with it later, I'll deal with it later, I'll deal with it later, it brings that heaviness on you that you were trying to avoid that whole time. So it's just, I have to tell myself a lot of time the things that I went through was truly painful. There's things that I'm truly trying to come to terms with. And I know from the work that I've been doing, it is going to bring about a beautiful change that, I'm not even expecting, you know, um, but it's just like when, y'all keep constantly leaving these comments and, you know, um, saying the beautiful things you do. I mean, it really touches my heart in a special way. And there's times I sit here and cry. And I know I say that a lot, but it's true. Because it's just like I never know from my truth that it can really impact somebody's life in that way. And I didn't know that was what I was doing. Even though I knew I was doing something very good, I don't know that impact until you allow me to be, you acknowledge it for yourself and you tell me. And it's not like, oh, making me have a big head. My situation and my platform makes me humble to a lot of things. I don't feel like I'm better than anybody else. It's an honor for, universe and God to give me that type of duty with people. And yeah, it can be hard at times because it's just like I get it from all different directions and I'm trying to deal with it the best way I can. But those are the things that make me stronger, knowing that, we have that type of energy where sometimes it can be so painful you want to be able to end it all at times. I've been there, not wanting to live, not wanting to deal with that pain anymore because it hurts so bad, not feeling like I can ever get over the things that has been done to me. And then it got to that point where it made me angry, and not in a way that made me want to retaliate. It's just the fact is I'm not, the people that are doubting me or the people that see I am telling the truth, they want to, block my blessings. Makes me mad. And it's just like, I'm not going to allow nobody to win over me like that because you don't see fit on what is right for me in my life. That's not your opinion. That's just like me not saying, oh, you shouldn't deserve this or you don't have a right to be happy. I earned anything I've gotten or about to get. I have earned the hell out of that. So it is just like I allow my truth to carry for itself. I let my job speak for itself. I have no reason. I don't know what I would do, if I'm sitting up there caught myself lying about anything, because it's just like I speak my truth. The things that it amazes me a lot is the things that I speak on, and just being able to know somebody can truly relate on all levels on the things that I speak about. And it's just like some people are like, Roslynn, you're in my head. I'm not trying to be, but it's just like when universe and God want me to shed light on certain things and different content, it throws me off a little bit. And I'm like, okay, just use me. I don't know what you want me to say, anything about like hieroglyphs and stuff like that. But I've noticed myself is having visions of myself doing certain things that seems really off at that time until it really sinks in and makes sense to me. But, allow that heaviness to, part ways with you. Don't be fearful, because out of all, regardless on how you feel like you're alone, you're always protected. So, don't allow yourself to be open for somebody to disrupt your life. Don't allow, the negative in other people to take your power away. That's what devil and, darkness wants to bet on. They want to bet on your downfall because they see the strength that you carry. They see that you're acknowledging the truth that you have, and they'll send people their way that, that hates themselves. So they know what kind of weapon to pick to come, for you. But you have to allow yourself to see the things that has transpired in your life that has really put you in a bad place. It really had you, in a dark moment, and it was hard for you to find your own way out. And then when you finally have, that's the worst that you can ever be able to go through, because you had to go through a shock value of trauma. And then it's just like you have to be able to think about that. You had to go through the worst for you to be able to receive the best. When you get from that healing time, you taking that transition, you're allowing faith to carry you where you weren't able to go before. Doors are opening for you that once was locked, you know because you endured a lot of things. You didn't give up on what was good for you and your needs. You're allowing yourself to project your truth regardless on who don't want to hear it. That's not you're just doing your job. Allow yourself to do that, but don't allow somebody to sit up here and take your shine away. They those type of people are the ones that need to be healing themselves, working on themselves. People in glass houses should not be throwing stones. They should be use that same energy they're trying to bring towards you to heal themselves. And there's a lot of things that come at you like that. But that heaviness is going to uplift you, comfort you. Long as that's the reason why you are that warrior, because you've been through the worst already. It was just you had to be able to acknowledge that. And I mean, it took me a long time, and I'm still having to tell myself this, because while I'm telling you, I'm like, she's telling the truth though. So I had to be able to tell myself that as well. You've been through worst already. That's why it is just like darkness will try to come at you and use negative things against you, or something that has really messed with you and it was hard for you to part ways with. They want to remind you of that. Oh, remember when such and such did such and such to you. How did that make you feel? That's, you don't need to give that type of energy towards the past anymore. Those are the things that strengthen you. Those are the things that strengthen me. If I'm not allowing people to engage in my life like that, that try to steal my power, steal my joy and all that, because they were hurting in that way. Those things, I'm not going to give power to it anymore. I'm dead in that shit. Bury it and keep it moving. Allow that to be able to take me towards places that I deserve to be. I haven't been there, but deserve to be. And that goes on for you too. So whatever that is, just allow it to take, that transformation, because it's there for you to be able, whatever is left in you that does not need to be in your system, in your memory, in your essence anymore. Allow that to part ways with you. And that's the reason why it feels so scary, because this is something you haven't felt before. So allow the things to take place on where it needs to be. And I will see you on my next video. I want to give a post notification shout out to Jonathan Stevens, as well as Ro Zolo. Much love to you. Welcome towards the family. If this is your first time stopping by, go ahead and give me a post notification. I mean, drop a drop a line so I can give you a post notification. And my bad, y'all. I was late putting out my little crazy memes that give y'all those little laughs and stuff in the morning. But it was just like, it was hell for me. I didn't wake up until almost like 12 o'clock this afternoon, because I was that daggone tired and hurt. Body felt like I went through a fight. So I'm gonna do a couple of more videos. To go ahead and start you off. As I'm gonna try to put some out in the morning. I got my granddaughter again, so I'm gonna see how much energy I got in the morning. So I got to start off early. So like and subscribe, give me a thumbs up, share. Hit that notification bell so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Know that you are truly blessed, highly favored, and forever loved, and knowing there's always somebody out there praying for your better days. And make sure you give out positivity, prosperity, love, light, and vibes. You never know that frequency, vibe, and kind words can really take somebody a long way. And I will see you on my next video. Much love, peace, be wild.